You can make a difference. We need you to make a difference.
Just look at Jack Dalton now.
For helping orangutans and chimpanzees to live their best lives.
We first met the kid conservationist.
I'm Jack, the kid conservationist. Hey guys, it's me, Jack, kid conservationist. My name's Jack. I'm the kid conservationist.
When he was 11 years old, introducing himself to the world.
You can walk, scoot, or bike. Whatever works for you.
Setting out on a journey to make the Earth a better place.
I am still known as the kid conservationist because even though the project has evolved and changed over time, it's still the core values of kids in conservation. I want to get kids passionate about our world and protecting it.
Jack is now 15 years old. And taking his message to the far reaches of the world.
I have to say, you have grown a lot in these years.
Yes, and so has the project, to be completely honest with you. It's the scale, I feel like, is the biggest thing that's changed for Kid Conservationist over the years. It's gone from, you know, a local project supporting Indonesia to an even more global project all about supporting animals and the environment as a whole.
When we first met Jack, he had one main focus.
My favorite animal, the orangutan.
He visited the Memphis Zoo.
One of the best zoos in the country.
And really connected with Rowan. Jack wrote a book about a baby orangutan. Rowan's mom loved it. Since then, Jack and his parents have embarked on an expedition to see orangutans in the wild with their own eyes.
It was the trip of a lifetime. We spent 2 weeks in Borneo and Sumatra, the only two islands where orangutans live. We got to see wild orangutans. We got to take trips around on riverboats. It was also very memorable seeing a mother and a baby in her tree, seeing them in the wild, especially those two, that it made my heart melt. Got to donate books to a local school, and it was an absolutely unforgettable journey.
Really, his superpower is the way that he can connect with people and animals, really. So it's really fun getting to follow along and watch him do these things.
But it's who Jack is, so it's not as, over the years, it's not as surprising as it used to be. Now it's just who Jack is, what he does in the world, and we're just more excited to see what the next chapter brings.
He's raised funds to plant thousands of trees in the rainforest, provide animal rehabilitation.
3, 2, 1.
He joined a team releasing sea turtles and helped clean the environment. Jack was named Youth Ambassador for the Orangutan Alliance and works with other animal conservation organizations.
Orangutans are unfortunately still critically endangered. Our world is all connected. Orangutans are just one piece of the greater ecosystem of the rainforest. The rainforests are the lungs of the world. So we help orangutans, we help the rainforest. Ultimately, we help the world and ourselves.
Since those early YouTube days,
Where I make fun, educational videos for kids and adults alike.
he's built up his studio and racked up more than 1 million views on his YouTube channel.
The YouTube videos are definitely a big one. I try to make them fun and engaging, and over the years, I've gotten a lot better at that.
People around the world are noticing. The honors are stacking up. Named Young Explorer of the Year by the Scientific Exploration Society. Invited on national TV.
Education, inspiration, and, of course, action.
And to London for the Top 100 Global Child Prodigy Award. And one of his greatest honors, meeting the late Dr. Jane Goodall.
This is the evening I got to meet Dr. Jane Goodall, an absolute legend in conservation. It was such an honor to meet her.
They exchanged books. There it says for Jack.
That's right, for Jack. Together, we can make this a better world for animals. I'm hoping to, you know, follow in her footsteps and really become an educator and a voice for our planet.
With his parents propelling him, he's well on his way. He learned early on to explore and respect nature, and he's never stopped. Jack lives the name Kid Conservationist.
This is going to be an issue that we're going to be feeling the effects of for years.
The reason he's invited to teach children about their planet.
1, 2, 3.
I think the biggest impact from the kid conservationist work that I do is getting to see kids light up. I'm up to over 10,000 people that I've presented to across the world, both in person and virtually.
Now a high school student, he has set his sights on a brighter future and another trip to visit his beloved orangutans.
No matter what I do, I'm gonna wanna work with animals, and I'm gonna want to help our world in one way or another. That's what's really important to me, is making the world a better place through education and through action. Yeah.